I think it's good for our country that this period of uncertainty is over, German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier said, adding that he would on Monday propose Merkel as chancellor to the lower house of parliament. The president's role in Germany is largely ceremonial, with the real power residing with Merkel. The euro rose 0.25% to hit a 12-day high of $1 in early Asian trading before exit polls showing Italy's election was likely to result in a hung parliament knocked it lower again. Some analysts said the common currency would be buoyed by Merkel now being able to partner with France on President Emmanuel Macron's ambitious Eurozone reform plans. Macron hailed the development as good news for Europe, but the challenges are piling up for 63-year-old Merkel, who has been acting chancellor for more than 5 months since an inconclusive election, with the European Union looking for leadership on economic and security issues. A statement from Macron's office added, France and Germany will work together on new initiatives in the coming weeks to bring the European project forward. In power since 2005, Merkel steered the European bloc through the financial crisis and debt crisis, but her authority was dented by her 2015 decision to open Germany's borders to migrants, resulting in an influx of more than 1 million people. That cost her party dearly in last year's election, which saw the Anti-Immigration Alternative for Germany, AfD, party enter parliament for the first time. Clarity at last. Acting SPD leader Olaf Scholz announced the result to activists lining the balconies around the atrium of the party's Berlin headquarters early on Sunday. We now have clarity, the SPD will join the next German government, Scholz said. The party had initially planned to go into opposition after its worst election result since Germany became a federal republic in 1949. Merkel took to her party's Twitter feed to congratulate the SPD. I look forward to working with the SPD again for the good of our country, she said. The SPD ballot pitted the leadership of the center-left party against the radical youth wing, which wanted the SPD to rebuild in opposition after its disastrous election showing. Further names of potential ministerial candidates may be floated at the party's regular caucus meetings, due on Monday. The outcome means the far-right AfD will be the largest parliamentary opposition party. In a tweet, they labeled the SPD's decision a catastrophe for Germany, promising fierce opposition to the government. Business-relieved criticism of the Grand Coalition remains. The SPD needs to be more like it has been in recent weeks and less like it has been in recent years, the Jusos will ensure this, he tweeted. The party, already one of Europe's largest, has seen tens of thousands of new members join this year. Turnout in the poll was over 78%. German business greeted with relief the news that Germany would get a government after its longest ever post-election interregnum. While the United States are starting a trade war and China is challenging our industrial leadership, we have been unnecessarily self-absorbed, Engineering Trade Union VDMA's managing director Thilo Brotman said. The SPD was forced to revisit its original plan to go into opposition after the failure of Merkel's initial attempt to form a coalition with two smaller parties. With her conservatives, they thrashed out a coalition agreement which SPD leaders hailed for its commitments to strengthening the EU and giving them key government roles.